Swung in by Frosler. Cleared away by Kgole. He's been central to all of those clearances in defence. Now Nurkovic is in the danger zone. That is a magnificent goal. And Samir Nurkovic finally delivers for Kaizer Chiefs. How long that has taken. Goal number 2 of the season. Chiefs have the lead in the derby.
Good morning, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz, Walefatse from the Big R. This is our sports program that we normally do every Tuesday morning and also on Saturday morning. So today we are looking at what happened over the weekend and then and also look what is going to happen in the upcoming weekend. Even if there are games during the week, we are going to look at that. I'm not all by myself. I'm always accompanied by Mpyana, Jackie Selematsela. He's down in Cape Town. These days, he's a Cape Townian. And then, so he tell us. And then we also have last born, Tshepang Kgole. While I'm still there, guys, I must indicate that Paige did contact me that the technical glitches will be overcome very soon. We hope he's going to join us very soon. And then I also spoke to Mr. Mkonza. Mr. Mkonza said he's quite busy at work, and then but he will tell us when he's ready. So yeah, it's fine. But we continue. The show continues. Nothing will stop. And then we thank you for supporting and subscribing. We really appreciate. And then continue to subscribe and continue to like. And, you know, if you don't like, just tell us that you don't like. And then also leave your comments and then we'll come back. You know, this past weekend, we had a big one. The Soweto Derby, Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. You know what everybody was saying? Chiefs, they don't stand a chance. Even Chiefs supporters like Jackie had thrown in the towel. Tshepang, they said, we are not going to win. I said, watch out, guys. In most cases, teams that are underdogs, you know, they end up becoming victorious. So you need to be very careful. And it's a different setup. People are playing the derby. It's like the El Clasico. A team can be very weak, but when they know that this is the derby, you know, it becomes a different story altogether. Welcome to the show, Jackie. Can you currently greet our viewers?
Good morning, Mr. Dow. Good morning, the viewers out there. Good morning to my colleagues in the studio, Tshepang. Good morning, my brother. We're down here in Cape Town, and I must really say things are going well. It's nice to be here. This is now my second home because every week I'm almost here. So I'm looking forward to the show today. It's going to be very interesting, especially after the big derby. And there's so much that we've got from you, from you as the fans and the viewers out there, and it's really interesting. Mr. Dow, I'd like to take this opportunity and come back to you, and then I will come back to the viewers shortly.
Last one, take the opportunity to greet the viewers out there, and then welcome to the show.
Yes, thanks for having us again, Mr. Shawalala. Good morning to the viewers out there and to my fellow co-host, Mr. Jackie. Thank you very much. And yes, we hope to bring our viewers an interesting show and nothing but the best content. So yes, thank you very much.
All right, Jackie, just give us the news, you and Tshepang, before we talk about the derby. The news, the local news, and also give us about the national squad, since we are going to the international week this week.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dow. Let me just start with the AFCON qualifiers. Then I'll just give you the features, and then from there we will be able to give you more information, more interesting news in terms of the qualifications and coming back home as well. Yes, on the 24th, which is coming this weekend, the following features are taking place. We've got Sao Tome, which will be playing against Sudan. Chad will be playing against Namibia. Ethiopia will be playing against Madagascar. Uganda and Burkina Faso, Rwanda and Mozambique. South Sudan and Malawi. Guinea will be playing Mali, sorry. And then we've got also another feature, which is Comoros, will be playing Togo. Bafana, which is South Africa, will be playing against Ghana. That will be on the 25th of this month. And then that game is starting at 6 o'clock. We will come back to that game and give you some more details on that. We've got also a game as a qualifier, Gabon playing against DR Congo. Botswana will be playing against Zimbabwe. Kenya will be playing against Egypt. Gambia will be playing against Angola. And Equatorial Guinea will be playing against Tanzania. Libya versus Tunisia. Zambia versus Algeria. On the 26th of March 2021, we've got another feature, Swaziland playing against Guinea-Bissau. Burundi, Central African Republic. Congo against Senegal. Niger against Cote d'Ivoire. Cape Verde playing against Cameroon. Mauritania against Morocco. And then on the 27th, we've got Lesotho playing against Sierra Leone. Benin against Nigeria. Tunisia against Equatorial Guinea. Namibia against Guinea. Tanzania against Libya. Ghana, Sao Tome, and then Sudan against South Africa. That will be on the 28th. So which basically tells us that between the 25th and 28th, we shall have Bafana shall have played 2 games. They will be playing firstly Ghana on Thursday, and then on the 28th they're playing against Sudan. It's an away game for Bafana. And then we've got also a feature, Mali playing against Chad, and then on the 29th it's Angola against Gabon, Burkina Faso against South Sudan, Togo against Kenya, Malawi, Uganda, Egypt, Comoros, DR Congo against Gambia, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Algeria against Botswana, and Cote d'Ivoire will be playing against Ethiopia. Central African Republic playing against Mauritania as well, and then we've got Nigeria playing against Lesotho. In a nutshell, those are the features of the AFCON qualifiers. And then going back to your statement, my brother, in terms of the national team, myself and Tshepang will be discussing a few things based on the national team in terms of the players. Okay, first of all, most of the players have arrived in the Bafana national team, except Zungu, and a confirmation has been forwarded through. The team has sacrificed that they will be able to release him on the condition that he doesn't come to South Africa. He will go and meet the team in Sudan, and then they play there, and then from there goes back to his team. Most of the players have got that kind of a problem. A player like Tulani Serero is experiencing the same problem as well. And then there's also the former captain of Bafana, Dean Furman, who's playing in America as well. He is also affected by this COVID issue. So their teams are not able to release them. So what will happen is that we will not be able to use those players, unfortunately. The teams are not willing to release players to come to South Africa because of they've got this perception, the perception that this is South African COVID or something like that. And there's nothing of that nature that is taking place. And then we've got also injuries that have taken place within the team as well. We've seen that Bradley Grobler has got a niggling injury. And then we've got also Kemit Erasmus. He's also out of the team because of an injury. There were a few players that were also added into the team. And then I will give that opportunity to my friend Tshepang will be able to also indicate with which players were being added, like players like Nodada and others. They were added into that particular team of Bafana. So in a nutshell, that's all about the qualifications. We are definitely looking forward to watching these AFCON qualifiers with keen interest, because we want to make sure that we qualify for next year so that we can be able to also represent our own country. And then earlier on, we spoke about the Premiership, the results, and then there was a big one that was playing, but I'm not going to talk about it right now until Mr. Tau will be able to give me that opportunity to do that. Let me go back to you, Mr. Tau. In a nutshell, that's all I've got at the moment, and then we will continue shortly. Thank you very much, sir.
Tshepang, just add on the local football and international football, the news that we have.
Oh, okay. The news that we have currently locally is that our very own Josh Levisi, his parent club Switchbacks FC in the USA, they've reached a mutual agreement that they will terminate the contract of Josh Levisi. He will not be going back into the United States due to COVID reasons. Yes, as Mr. Jackie was saying, these clubs, they all have this perception of, when if you are based in South Africa, so we were high risk. So, and he was supposed to go back to the club 2 months back because they already started with their preseason, but he was not able to fly and join the club once since they've started training. So it's been affecting him, and so they've reached a mutual agreement that his contract will be terminated, and he's currently a free agent, and he has released a statement on his own on his social media platforms also. So yeah, we just hope the best for him, and we just hope that he will be able to join to get a club at the end of the season, and it will be good to seeing him play again because he's still young. Okay, not that young, but age is still on his side. So yeah, that's the news I have of Josh Levisi. But it was great seeing also Itumeleng Khune being present also, although he didn't feature in the Soweto Derby, but his presence, it was good seeing him there and his presence being around the team. So it's a good thing going forward that he will be joining also the national team, and we really hope that he would add on his experience and just carry the team. And such leadership is needed, going forward in such crucial games and such qualifiers. And we're playing against big teams, so we're gonna need all the experience that we have going forward. And yeah, we just wish the boys the best of luck going forward. So yes, that's all I have on my side.
As that. Now,
Mr. Tau,
yeah.
just to sorry, Mr. Tau, just to add on the local front, after my friend has just finished now, there's also some new developments, especially for the young players. In the Kaizer Chiefs camp, 3 players were selected in the name of Ngobo, Mpyana, as well as Frosler. They were selected to join the team for the Olympics. So they'll be going to the Olympics, which is very good for the country and the team as well. We're really looking forward to that kind of a development.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank you.
Those are some exciting news. And then there's nothing around the national squad. What are the news around the issue of the national squad? Anything that you want to tell us?
Yes, with the national team, I've just mentioned that we've got a few injuries that were recorded, and then we've got also a few players that were also added into the team. If you look at a player like Bradley Grobler, who had an injury over the weekend, and he's out of the national team at the moment. And then there's also Kemit Rasmus, who got injured while playing over the weekend as well. He's also out of the national team. And then we've got other players who were added into the team. Abu Tabo Nodada is also there in the team. He's also been called into the team as well. And there's a few players that were called into the team. Remember that we're going to be playing about 2 games from the 25th up to the 28th. So we need to make sure that we've got enough quality players. So the team is balanced and the team is good. It's looking very good. And the team is COVID-free. It has been confirmed by the doctor of the national team this afternoon that everything is on track. And we are definitely looking forward to watching the Bafana team representing us well in Africa.
Okay.
Thank you, Tal.
While you are still there, I must also indicate that I watched the game of Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns and All Jam. It's a team that is on form. They played, yes, 1-1 draw, but I think it was a matter of being too complacent because the game was too easy for them. But at the same time, I need to say heads up to Siema. He did a very good selection. He changed the team, okay? And then I heard him speaking just before the game, why he decided to select those players. And I think he was spot on. Leopards were very good, very good. Remember, everybody who plays Sundowns, you know, people are scared of Sundowns. Moreover, if Sundowns is leading you, then you start asking yourself, and then how many goals are they going to score? So for them to be brave enough and take Sundowns pump and finally equalizing and managing to get a point, that was very good. I still have to talk to my friend Moody, who's the CEO for Black Leopards. At some point when I was talking to him, he said, they have not yet finalized who are we supposed to talk to in terms of the person who's supposed to come to the media. Is it him as the CEO or people who are in the marketing department or PR department to talk to us? It would have been nice to hear from them. How are they feeling now? Because I can tell you, Black Leopards look like a team that is not going to go to the relegation. I think they're going to remain in the Premier League. That would be nice because we don't want to see the team from Limpopo reducing. We still want the number to at least to increase rather than the number going down. And then now let's move quickly to the derby. It was a very good game. This was one of the brilliant derbies. I really enjoyed the game. It was excellent. Pirates were very good. Both Pirates and Chiefs, they were really, really good. There were problems there and there, especially on the side of Orlando Pirates. One of the things that I noticed, the mere fact that they didn't have a striker when the game started, probably that could have contributed. But Pirates were very good as far as I'm concerned. And then I must also congratulate Nokovic. He was very good. He was really a striker. And the goal that he scored, that was a brilliant goal. You know, if you talk about that goal, the position that he was in, there was somebody breathing on his neck. It was difficult for a person to turn, but he managed to turn. And I can bet you, had that goal been scored by Messi, even today, the whole world will be talking about that goal. In the way he turned, or had that goal been scored by Cristiano Ronaldo, everybody could be talking about that goal. That impressed me very much. And what I also like about what Nokovic was doing, towards the end, Pirates was really looking for an equalizer. You know, the way he was slowing down the game, you know, shielding the ball, eating some minutes, you know, because there were few minutes left, 1 or 2, 3 minutes. You know, that shows that the guy is so experienced that this is how you should eat the minutes so that until we collect the 3 points. I was very impressed. For me, Nokovic was man of the match for me. Of course, apparently somebody else has been selected to be man of the match. But for me, Nokovic was man of the match. Now let me hear, Tshepang, what's your take?
It was a very nice derby, actually. Very interesting. As we did predict, we just hope that one team had to win the game. It was just fortunate that Kaizer Chiefs won the game. So those who placed their bets, those who were on Betway, Sporting Bet, I guess if they betted on Chiefs to win the game, the odds came out really good. They really cashed in on that game. But Orlando Pirates, they're a problem because, and I did say that the coach is going to play with just midfielders going forward. He won't use his strikers because I think it's a system that he's been using for the past couple of games. But it's causing problems for Orlando Pirates because they don't they don't become clinical when it comes to the end product, because I feel the players are confused when they reach the final stage because you have ball players, midfielders, but no one wants to take responsibility. Orlando Pirates was just threatening Chiefs at areas which are not dangerous. Yes, Orlando Pirates had most of the ball position, it's fine, but ball position doesn't mean that you're going to win any game. So they were not hitting Kaizer Chiefs. They were really not hitting Kaizer Chiefs because once they put in the ball inside, Kaizer Chiefs has clever defenders. It was just fortunate that the players were clever on the day. And then they would just clear out the balls and then they would start rebuilding. And then it was good that Chiefs got the game right. I did say that if Chiefs would win the game, they need to get it right, which they got it right. They managed to capitalize. And the side which was most dominant was actually on the left back of Pirates, which was Kaizer Chiefs' right wing. Happy Machani was dominating more on that side because Paseko Marco was more up front than more at the back. He would push up, but he would forget his place at the back. So they capitalized on that side, and they created a lot of chances on that side. And Chiefs should have killed that game. They got so many chances. They should have killed that game. Honestly, they had more chances than Orlando Pirates. So Chiefs got it right on the day, which was a good thing. But I'm very upset about Orlando Pirates because, and I did say that Tyson Tlatswayo, his timing is a problem. His timing was a problem at that game, even towards that goal. Actually, he actually stood there, his timing, and then allowed Nikovic the time to actually hit that ball. So those are certain aspects that I think the coach needs to start looking into, because even playing forward is positioning. I mean, you can't put Lindam Tambo as a false number 9. Such a ball player who's able to actually kill teams when he's in the middle. Why didn't the coach put in one of his strikers? He had so many weapons on the bench, but opt to play with so many midfielders inside. It really didn't make sense for anyone, because when I was reading through the social media in halftime, everyone was complaining about one thing. Why is Mango on the bench? Or why is Tekofatso Mabasa on the bench? You have strikers on the bench, but you're playing with your midfielders. So decision making killed the team. That was the one thing that I did say, that if the coach of Orlando Pirates won't get it right, he's gonna play with the midfielders, which didn't work out for him. So props to Kaizer Chiefs, they got it right. They managed to dominate. Within that, they took their chance and they ran away with it. They should have killed the game with more goals. Just unfortunate, but at least they ran away with the 3 points. And we just hope it's a good moral boost for all the players going into the next game. And it doesn't matter which position you are in the league, but once you win the Soweto Derby, you've got the bragging rights. So yeah, thank you very much.
But I'll tell you one thing, you also benefited from the fact that Thembinkosi Lodge was not there. If Thembinkosi Lodge was there, you would have put much pressure on the defenders. And I must say, I'm very impressed with Vincent Pule. Our local players, they don't take shots outside the 18. I would see Vincent Pule trying to shoot from outside 18. That's where our players need to improve. So I don't dispute what you have said, but I'm adding that you were lucky that Thembinkosi Lodge was not there. I'm sure he could have made a difference if he was there. Jackie, what was your take?
My brother, thank you very much. I must also mention the fact that they also benefited because Billiard was not there. If he was there, it could have caused more troubles for them. Anyway, that's one of those things. Tau and the viewers out there.
Let us be honest, Billiard has never been, Billiard, whether he's playing or he's not playing, there's no difference as far as I'm concerned. You know, Billard has ever, since he has joined Chiefs, he has never added anything. That's
okay. I will respect your opinion, my brother. Now, let me.
He has never added. Billard has never added. Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely respect your comment on that, my brother.
Yeah.
Tawu, let me also mention one thing. You know, in terms of Derby, when you talk about Derby, you forget about the history. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
You throw it out there. The current form, you throw it out there. You don't have to think about all of those. The most important thing is what I call BMT, big match temperament. It depends which team has got that big match temperament. In this case, we also talk about tactics. We talk about the brilliance of a coach. That's where now we can be able to see who's brilliant in terms of the planning and the tactics part of it. And I must really say, I agree with Tshepang. Kaizer Chiefs got it right. They definitely got it right. If you look at the formations, I'll start with the formations, my brother. This is very interesting. Kaizer Chiefs, they approached the game with 3-5-2 as their formation. And then Orlando Pirates, they came up with 3-4-3, which is their formation. What was surprising mostly for me, this is what I'm always saying, that I'm really worried. I don't understand the coach of Orlando Pirates. Pirates is a big team. Pirates has got big players. Pirates has got quality players. But in this case, he's got, I'm counting 3 big strikers. One, I'm talking about Mango. I'm talking about Mabasa. I'm talking about Makusu. Those are big players, big strikers. But he never used them. And this is not the first time he's doing that. He never used those players. And I can tell you one thing. If you look at the body language from Mango, Mango is no longer the same like Mango that was scoring goals left and right from last year. I wouldn't be surprised next season when he says he wants to leave. And I'm not even surprised to realize that Lodge, he also requested a transfer. He wanted to terminate his contract. And unfortunately, Dr. Koza has refused it. So he wanted to leave Orlando Pirates with immediate effect. So basically what is happening is that Pirates, whenever they were playing, Chiefs was leaving them to come to them. They were playing most in their own half. Then once they come into the Kaizer Chiefs segment, what will happen is that Kaizer Chiefs will take that ball and then they'll be able to use wings. They were not putting it in the middle. They were just using wings. If you look at Bennett Parker, he was mastering that number 10 position. That was very good. One other thing that surprised me, Kgole was very influential. This time he did very well. I'm really happy with his contribution. And if you look at Frostler as well, was giving Pirates more problems. But the most dangerous player on the day was Happy Mashiane. Happy Mashiane was the one who's giving the balls through to Nokovic using the wings and the through passes. And then the young Novo was holding the ball, was holding the midfield, and he was running the midfield very well. And then Pirates were never clever, because remember, if you look at the back line of Kaizer Chiefs, you talk about Matoho, you talk about Cardoso, you talk about all these other players. They are slow. They didn't give them that much pressure. If you can calculate, if you can check the game, if my memory serves me well, I've counted only two dangerous balls. One from Mabaso, and then I don't remember the other one, but it was only 2 balls that were on target, which were a little bit dangerous. But all in all, Pirates was playing in their own half. Once they reached the half of Kaizer Chiefs, Chiefs will take the ball and then loop it over to Nurkovic. And then you also mentioned that Nurkovic, he shows a lot of strength, and then he showed a lot of experience in terms of shielding the ball, holding the ball, and then eating more minutes, and then making other players to play. And Kaizer Chiefs should have buried that game by 3-0. Let me just be honest with you. There was a ball that came through to Happy Mashiane. He had once, if he threw that ball one step And then the second step, he could have scored that goal. And the other one, Nukovic as well, was supposed to have scored the third goal. I'm also concerned with the issue of Orlando Pirates defense. Tulani Hlatshwayo and his colleagues, they are not communicating. If you look at the goal, that ball, it was a bounce, and then they looked at it, and then Kgole came and then headed that ball into the path of Nukovic. And then the captain of Orlando Pirates and the national team, Tulani Hlatshwayo, he was like trying to kick that ball away, and then he was hesitating. While hesitating, Mayela just behind Nukovic, and then through his experience and his technical abilities, he managed to score that particular goal. And unfortunately, I don't understand. Mpyana, how many games did he play? This was his first game. I don't know after how many games. What about Sunderland? Because Sunderland is on top form at the moment. He was supposed to have been given that opportunity. So really, Pirates is not a bad team. Pirates is a very good team. But Pirates, I think, somehow, there's no plan B from the coach himself. So really, it was a very good derby, and then we enjoyed the derby. And congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. Congratulations to their coach. They did well. Their plan worked very well. Just disappointed to hear the coach of Orlando Pirates now questioning the tactics of Kaizer Chiefs. So those are some of the things. But we as spectators, as football lovers, we've enjoyed the game. We've enjoyed the derby because there's goals. It's always important that in the derby there must be goals. Especially this one was a special derby, which was derby number 100. So congratulations to everybody, to the teams. Both teams, they did very well, and the coaches, they did very well. And yeah, we're looking forward to the next one. Thank you very much, my brother. Let me come back to you.
Thank you very much. Let's move quickly to international football. And then congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. And then all is not lost to Orlando Pirates. The road is still long, and they can still recover. And I still want to remind people that the coach of Orlando Pirates has already won a title. So don't forget that one. So yes, he could have done blunders. Everybody does blunders. Now let's go to international. The good news is Cristiano Ronaldo has proven again that he's very lethal. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo has won the Player of the Year in Spain. I mean, in Italy. So which is very, very good, and it occurs very well for him. And then it shows that he's one of the best. Looking at his age, so one can really see that this guy is still doing well. He's absolutely doing well. And as we speak, Cristiano Ronaldo is a leading top goal scorer in Italy with 23 goals, which is quite good. Although he's far behind Lewandowski. Lewandowski has scored 35 goals. It looks like the golden boot, Lewandowski is going to take it. So, yeah, but it's a matter of 12 goals difference between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lewandowski. Although Juventus, they lost. And then I think when it comes to the league title, it seems as if they are losing. But the good news is not only them lost, even Inter Milan, they're struggling. You know, everybody's struggling, you see. So we are not sure who's going to win the championship in Italy. And when you go to Britain, I want to indicate, guys, that, you know, as much as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer hasn't taken any title or any trophy, but the fact of the matter is Man United is a different team altogether. It's a better team compared during the era of Van Gaal, the era of Mourinho, the era of David Moyes. It has changed. This team is much better. All right. It is not at the level of the era of Alex Ferguson, but this is a team. If you are a Man United fan, you have a trust. Of course, they lost this weekend in the FA knockout. They were beaten by one of the good teams, Leicester City. So Leicester City is going to the semi-final, and I can tell you, Leicester City was flying high. They were playing, and then Leicester City, it's a very dangerous team. You know what is good about Leicester City? They don't have big names, okay? They don't have big money, but they're doing well, okay? So sometimes it brings a question that can we buy success? So those are some of the things that we need to talk about. What about Mourinho? Is Mourinho still has the mojo? I know Benny McCarthy like Mourinho, that is his hero, but I think Mourinho has lost the mojo. Mourinho, yes, he said he doesn't like to coach the national squad because I think at this stage where he is now, if I were him, I would go to a national team and coach. But I understand why Mourinho doesn't like the national team. Because Mourinho, how does Mourinho win? Mourinho wins by buying players. All right, he buys players, he buys success. If you remember during the time of Chelsea, that's what Mourinho did. That's how you know where Mourinho proved to be a very good coach. It was when he was with Inter Milan, because they didn't add new players, but he motivated those players, to do wonders. So, but it looks like Mourinho has lost the mojo. Your team, Jackie, Liverpool, I think is a problem. It's quite a lot of problems. For me, I don't see Liverpool qualifying for the championship. Liverpool, Arsenal, they must forget. They must just fight to go for the Europa League, not the Champions League. So it's a little bit dicey. I don't know. What's your input as far as the English football is concerned? Tshepang?
No, Mr. Shabalala, when it comes to the Tottenham's, I think, okay, there's how many games left? 10 games remaining, if I'm not mistaken. Anything can happen at this stage, but it's a matter of who are you playing against. That is a lot because no team wants to lose at this stage. So it's a really tough one for all of these teams. But I don't know. Maybe they might get it right. 10 games is a lot of games. Anything can happen within the next 5 games. But going forward, Leicester City, I remember a friend of mine also that Leicester City is not considered a small team anymore. Ever since they've won the league, they've been considered amongst the big teams in the Premier League. And which is true. Any big team that plays against Leicester, the game is classified as a big game. Whether Liverpool plays Leicester, Chelsea plays Leicester, Man City plays Leicester, it's always a big game. Leicester City is not considered a small team anymore. I think everyone should start respecting that. Leicester City is a big team. It's a big team in the Premier League, and I think it's something that will stay on like that for the longest time because they've really set the bar high. And having players like that, not fully star-studded players, but it's a team, and the players are hard workers. So it really is a good team. So it will be great seeing them going all the way. To be honest, winning the FA Cup and just going all the way. It will be very, very good that they take something because they've also played well this season. They are having a good season also, same as Manchester United. But I would really love to see Leicester City going all the way. And Manchester United, I like what the coach once said a few weeks back, Solskjaer, that despite troubles that he might have, that he might encounter also going forward, he always says that he never confides to Alex Ferguson. He never go to Alex Ferguson and ask for advice. He said one thing, that this is his time. He's building for the future. So he doesn't have to go back to Alex Ferguson and ask him, what should I do next? So he really has faith in himself and the team. The team is doing good also. So it's a different team compared to the last 7 years. So they're on the right path. We just hope that this form turns out into positive results and more trophies in the team. So yes, that's my take on it.
The other good news is how about Arsenal fighting back? That was an incredible, they were losing against West Ham. And then they came back, they drew 3-3. And then I don't know what to say about Arsenal. Today they play good, tomorrow they don't play good. And then I hear in England, people are complaining, they are frustrated with Bruno Fernandes. They say he's the most frustrating player because he's not consistent. Today he's playing well, tomorrow he's not playing well. And then Jackie, what do you want to say?
Hey, my brother, really, I would like to agree with you guys. I don't see my team Liverpool qualifying for the top 4 at all. It looks like things are not going well within that team. Something is not right. I don't know, it could be psychological or otherwise, but really the players, it looks like the coach has lost the dressing room now. And a team like Leicester, definitely it's not a small team. Those are former champions, and they're playing very good football. They are attacking, they are scoring left and right, and they are also very consistent. That's the most important thing. But on the other hand, you mustn't forget about Chelsea. Chelsea is doing exactly using players from development. They're developing their own players. Gone are those days whereby they will buy success by buying expensive players during the era of Mourinho. Now they are starting from scratch. They are developing their own players, and then you can see how they're playing right now. And I'm looking forward. I can see that they're going to qualify in the Champions League. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Really, with my team, Liverpool, I think it's a matter of going back to the drawing board, and then there's also an allegation that Salah might join Barca or Barcelona. I'm not sure how true is that, but you know what? This is football. Anything is possible, and really, not forgetting the issue of Man City showing that consistency. And then within Manchester, I like one thing about it because Solskjaer has been given an opportunity, and Solskjaer has been given the rightful resources that he wanted, and then Solskjaer has turned the team around. It's a different Manchester United right now. Even if they are losing, they are hungry. You can see that there's hunger. They want to perform for him. So really, we are looking forward to that kind of a situation. But really, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, as well as Leicester, definitely I see those 4 teams qualifying for the Champions League. Not Liverpool at all. I don't give them any chance now.
Let's move to Spain quickly, and then let's look at the log before I give you the news. Top 5 in the log. It was surprising. Atletico, they nearly lost. Thanks to Luis Suarez, and we must congratulate Luis Suarez. He reached a milestone. He has already scored 500 goals. Not many people reached that milestone. And then John All Black, the 2 guys really saved Atletico Madrid. Atletico won. They won 1-0. And then after winning, they are still on top of the log with 28 games and then with 66 points. And then secondly, it's Barcelona with 28 games. They are equal in terms of the games now. And then Barcelona, it's 62 points. It's 4 goals, 4 points difference. And Real Madrid, they are all equal in terms of the game, 28 games and then 60 points. And then Sevilla, and then they are at number 4 with 55 points, and Real Sociedad at number 5 with 45 points. You know what really heartened me with Real Sociedad? When the league started, they were on top of the league, and they were playing an exciting football. I don't know whether the injury of David Silva has added to their woes, because they were struggling against Barcelona. Barcelona was on top form. I saw Messi playing a different football altogether. Messi was moving, playing deep, from the back, right from Barcelona's half, but becoming very decisive. That guy can change his football from any angle. You know, his father at one stage, if I remember quite well, once said, and by that time Messi was lethal as a strike. He said, when he gets older, you'll see Messi dripping deep, playing as a midfield. And we are seeing that already. So he became man of the match. And then he was doing extremely well. As I'm going to show you some of the statistics when they do the Messi special. And then Neto, which is the reserve goalkeeper of Barcelona, has picked up an injury this morning during training. So we don't know how long it's going to take. And then it was also good to hear that Abidal has opened up for the first time what happened between him and Messi. Abidal said, no. You know what? Me and Messi, we don't have any beef. It was just a misunderstanding, you know? And I didn't say the players wanted the coach out. Abidal said, I, myself, in 2018, I went to Bartomeu. I said, this is the time that you need to sack Valverde. But he said 2 months down the line, Bartomeu decided to renew the contract of Valverde. He said, it was to my surprise. He went further, said, I wanted Neymar to come. I went myself to Paris, and then I spoke to everybody who's connected to Neymar, and we were positive we were going to get Neymar. He said, but now some of the members in the board, they were saying, no, this guy is taking us to court. How do we breathe? He said, no. I'm a footballer. I'm not into politics. He said, those are some of the things that he was expressing. He said, we had more chance of getting him. He said, instead, what happened? Bartomeu decided to sign Griezmann, okay? And then he said that killed it, you know, that killed it because we couldn't have money for Neymar, and Neymar was prepared to come and play for us. And Laporta has sent a strong signal that, you know what, you are going to see the Barcelona of old, and he has already sent a message. He said he wants Haaland. He said, I'm going to buy this guy. We know that it's difficult for him to get him. And then he said, I want to send a statement. I want to make a very good buy so that I send message to my opponents, to potential sponsors that I'm not here to play. I'm here to build a team. That's leadership. That's what you want, okay? Bartomeu is very, very serious. He really wants to build this team. So as I said, congratulations to Luis Suarez when he scored the goal this weekend. That was his 500 goal. Let me give you some news in terms of Lionel Messi. I want to check with you quickly. I want to share this with you. Let's see, where are we now? All right, let's see. I want to share with you as we speak now. I don't know whether can you see these statistics?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me share with you quickly. You know, this is very amazing. I mean, can you see now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Look, remember when the season starts, you know, Messi was far behind due to the team was not doing well. But look where he is now, 23 goals, you know, followed by Suarez with 19, and then Karim Benzema 17, and then Moreno 16, Gerard Moreno 16, and then Nasri 15, and then Alexander Isak with 12 goals. You know, Messi is a very, very lethal player. And I saw this guy, Isak. I know that Barcelona are looking for him. I'm sure if they don't get Haaland For me, I would say to them, it would be wise for them to go for this young man, Isaac, the one from Real Sociedad. The boy is really, really good. He's a good player. Let me check again under Messi Special. What can I share with you? I've got a lot of news to share with you there. Okay. Let me move quickly. The game between Barcelona and Real Sociedad, it tend to be, Real Sociedad is a good team. But watching that game, it made Real Sociedad as if it's an amateur team. It was unfair for that team to lose 4-0, to be honest. They were not supposed to lose 6-1. They were playing well because, that score makes it as if, they were doing nothing, whereas they were doing a lot, They were really, really doing a lot. Now, this weekend, this is what happened. This weekend, let's see quickly. This weekend, Messi breaks records week in, week out. This is one of the records that Messi scored. Can you see that he broke?
Yes. Yes, okay.
He broke the record of Pele, all right? And then Pele had scored 466 goals in one team for one league. So Messi has scored 467 now. He has broken that record. Anyone who wants to come. And guess what? Messi has already broken the record of scoring more goals in one team in one league in top 5 leagues in Europe. So that's amazing. That's amazing. That's really amazing. If you check out those things, they really tell you to see that this guy is here to play. He's not. The other thing that I want to share with you quickly. This week, I'm referring about this week only. This is another record that Messi has broken. He is really an outstanding player. This is a Messi special as usual. This week he helped what you call Sergio Dest. Sergio Dest scored his first goal for Barcelona. All right? And the assist was from Messi. Now, if you look at the list here, Sergio Dest is not here. These are all players that Messi helped to score their first goal for Barcelona. Boyz, Thiago, Abidal, Fabregas, Song, Umtiti, Paulinho, Dembele, Braithwaite, Elijah, Alena, Mengueza, Lenglet. I don't know what to say now. I don't know what to say. It's like this guy is from another planet. Jake, it's like you're struggling to see that. Can you see that?
No, I can see that. I can see.
So this is it. There's quite a lot that we can share just for only this week. Only this week, what he did with the records that he did, just for this week only. What is the other one that I can share with you? All right. Now let me give you this one. Probably this one is going to be the last one so that we close the show. Jackie, I know you want to go and eat. Okay. Let's see quickly. Now, this guy's record is so amazing, man. It's very shocking. You know what? One day this guy will be gone. We'll be talking to say, hey man, there was this player called Lionel Messi. We really enjoyed. Now, can you see this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Goals scored at the age of 32 in official matches. Messi beats everyone. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
He's got 697 goals at the age of 32. Pele, at the age of 32, had 596. Cristiano Ronaldo, at the age of 32, 568. The gap between Messi and Pele at that age is 100 goals. I don't know what guys you want me to say anymore about Messi. Jackie, what do you want?
Yes, my brother.
What do you want to say? I always say bring the number.
No, like I said, my brother, I mean, Messi is a special player. I don't think we'll ever have a player of his caliber. Definitely not. I don't think so. But really, I would like to see him one day playing along Cristiano Ronaldo. I know he's going to be creating more goals for Ronaldo. Ronaldo will be just stepping in because this one is a genius. I must be honest with you. Messi is unbelievable.
One day I'll give you the statistics regarding goals scored outside 18. Messi is even leading there. Because people at some point they say, no, Messi can't shoot from far. I'll show you the statistics, the numbers. He's leading even there. That's Lionel Messi. Guys, it was a nice show. I really enjoyed. And then, Jackie, I know that today you and Tshepang, you're going to work very well in Kailicha, all those places that you are going to, because you'll be more happier because you have won.
Amakhosi ajabulile baba.
Tshepang, I know you would always say, we lose, blah, blah. But fortunately enough, now you are consoled, you have won.
Are we good? We're good now.
Thank you guys, much appreciated. Please, people, continue to subscribe, like, and also, if you don't like, also tell us what you don't like, comment. We want to hear from you. We'll try to give you as much content as we can. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatse, together with Jacob Mpyana, Selematsela, together with Tshepang, the last born of the show. Thank you.